in the 59 years this thing's been going on.
Well, Denny, I've seen about 30 of the last 31 or 2, and it's certainly the most unusual finish that I have seen. And it seems like we've turned the Cinderella story around a little bit. It seems that we have 2 Cinderellas and only 1 shoe. But I will say this, the loser of this game will not turn back into a pumpkin. They can take a lot of satisfaction in what they have done at this point.
Well, Christian County has been made the favorite in this one. Can we see still another upset? What will Edmonson County have to do to produce a victory against the favored Christian County team?
Pretty much what they've done in the past 3 days. They've kind of controlled the tempo. The big kid in the middle has done a great job. All kinds of enthusiasm from the players. They've shot well, and they've won the hearts of the people.
Well, both these teams proved earlier today that game is never over until the buzzer finally sounds at the end. They both went right down to the wire, won by 1 point each.
That's certainly the truth. The people here today were stunned by both games. The first game had an unusual ending. The second game saw an 11-point lead go to the side in about 4 minutes, and it just goes to show you that Kentucky basketball always leaves you with a question mark.
We'll have player introductions immediately following this message. Young men have made a great contribution. This is David McCombs for Christian County, a 5'11 junior. Number 51, David McCombs. Mike Hughes is a 5'11 junior. Number 23, Bruce Smiley, a 6'2 sophomore. Number 10, Bruce Smiley. These are the Christian County Colonels from the 2nd region. Marshall Thomas, a sophomore, 6'2, number 35, Marshall Thomas. Number 15, Mike Trice, a 6'2.5 junior, Mark Trice. Antoine Cheatham is number 13, a 5'10.5 senior, Antoine Cheatham. And Kenny Hart, a 6'3 freshman, number 55, Kenny Hart. Now the starting lineups for Christian County, who bring a 28-6 record into this game. At guard, John Banks, a 5'9.5 senior, number 11, John Banks. His backcourt buddy is Greg Walton, a 6-foot senior, number 21, Greg Walton. At center, number 45, Kenny Bussell, a 6'1.5 junior, Kenny Bussell. At forwards, here's a couple of good ones. Mike Reese, a 6'4 junior, number 33. Rounding out the lineup, Curtis Parker, a 6'3 junior, number 41. Christian County is coached by Lyle Dunbar, who is in his first year as the head coach there. His assistant coach is Tris Kinkton. That was Tris Kinkton who just ran out. And there's Lyle Dunbar, the big gentleman, joining him there. Now for the Wildcats of Edmonson County, the winners of the 4th region. They carry a 26-6 record. The first man out is Ricky Dale Lindsay, a 6'2 junior, number 44. There's Timmy Ashley, a 6-foot junior, number 00, Timmy Ashley. 6'1 sophomore Jimmy Cole wears number 55 when he comes in the game. It's Jimmy Cole. Keith Pottinger is a 6-foot senior, number 53. Ricky Houchin, number 30, a 5'10 junior. He could well see some action tonight, along with Ricky Davis, a 6'2 junior, number 52, and very likely to see action, their number 1 sub, Jeff Doyle, number 50, a 6'2 senior, Jeff Doyle. Now the 5 starters for Edmonson County. At guard, number 11, Chester Bethel, a 5'11 senior, Chester Bethel. With him in the backcourt is Kevin Clements, a 5'9 sophomore who's played very, very well in this tourney. Number 40, Kevin Clements. At center, Phil Rich, 6'4.5 senior, number 35. He also has had a good tournament. Mark Kenyon, a 6'2 sophomore, number 32, Mark Kenyon. And rounding out the Edmonson lineup, Aaron Goad, a 6'2 senior, number 51. The assistant coach at Edmonson County is Charles Hopkins, and the head man there is Bo Davenport in his 26th year, his first, though, at Edmonson County. What an enthusiastic gentleman, Edmonson County coach Bo Davenport. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will have tonight's invocation delivered by Dr. William Slider.
We are happy about such times as this to have contests which call from us the best we can do. If we were not challenged in life, we'd be tempted to live it at half speed without any daring. But the times repeatedly come to us when it's all on the line and we win or lose. And that's what makes life good and thrilling. To have to meet a problem or face a trial or make a decision or play a game, it's all the same. And when these decisive times come to us, we find we can do better than we thought. And when we have to call on our bodies and minds and hearts to give more than we thought we had, it's a magnificent discovery. And when the calls go against us, let's accept that as a part of the game. For to win without restraints or handicaps or obstacles, with no calls ever going against us, is no victory at all. And when we win, may we be aware of the great host of those who really tried and failed, and may we respect them as our opponents simply because they did try. We realize all the human effort which has gone into this moment, the coaches, parents, boys, officials, who make such great times possible by their dedication. It reminds us of how much interest we really do have in one another. We especially remember our athletic commissioner, Joe Billy Mansfield, who is ill, and ask for your blessing on him. We thank you for a great nation where these things are possible. We think of the spirit expressed in these few days in this tournament. It recalls how much spirit can do and how it can change things and supplement our own strength. Father, you are spirit, and we feel close to you in spirit right now. We see the oneness of the human family from the backgrounds and races in all sizes and appearances. They'll be in this game tonight. Thanks for reminding us how much alike we really are. Father, we like to think you enjoy these games too. So settle around us, keep us aware of your presence, and Father, we will have at it in good spirits. Amen.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Karen Kraft, a freshman at Angela Marissi High School in Louisville, will sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Miss Karen Kraft with our national anthem. Back here at Freedom Hall, I'm Denny Treese along with Jock Sutherland. Sit back with us now and enjoy the 59th Kentucky State High School Basketball Championship, Christian County against Edmonson County. And Jock, where is Edmonson County?
Denny, I found out it's right down next to the Tennessee line. It has a population of 600, and it's close to Sunfish. That's the words of Bo Davenport.
I bet you there aren't many of the 600 there tonight. There are probably most of them here, and most of them very, very excited and very, very proud of a great basketball team, the Edmonson County Wildcats. And here we go. Christian County in control. This is Greg Walton. Edmonson opening in the zone, Jock.
That's right, 2-3.
Curtis Parker missed the outside shot. The little guard Banks has his shot blocked by Aaron Goad, but a foul is called on Aaron. His first, the team's first. That'll put John Banks right up at the line.
That was a fine job on that national anthem, Denny, by that young lady.
Karen Kraft really belts it out, doesn't
She's quite a talent.
John Banks misses the evening's first free throw. We're just 14 seconds into this one. He missed them both. Aaron Goad on the rebound. Edmonson County will play a little bit more controlled than Christian County. They'll pass the ball several times before trying to get the good shot. Aaron Goad put on a great fake and went right in and laid it through. What a move by Aaron Goad, who averages 14 a game. He's a 54.6% shooter. They say he seldom takes a real bad one. He knows what he has to do, how close he has to get to that hoop. He knows his limitations, doesn't go out beyond it. Cross-court pass to Curtis Parker. He'll shoot from there. High arching shot. Rebounded by Banks, and another foul has been called quickly on Aaron Goad. Both times, Jock, it's been a matter of the little guard going in to get the rebound.
That's right, and we've got 2 quick fouls in. And I looked in this game early to see Edmonson really set the pace on this thing and keep the tempo down.
On the common foul, Christian County plays it in. This is Greg Walton. Takes the outside shot and missed. Mark Kenyon knocked the rebound away to Mike Reese, and he hits from the side. Mike Reese for Christian County. He averages 16 per game, was a starter in the state tournament last year. Number 33, Mike Reese. Look at the backcourt pressure now by Christian County. They had a man open down court, Phil Rich, but couldn't spot him there with all the pressure, and the foul has been called as they come across that timeline.
As you might expect, Denny, both teams are very tight, and, you know, it'll take a couple minutes here for them to get the feel of this thing, and then they'll get on with the main event.
Curtis Parker picking up the first foul there for Christian County. Phil Rich inside to Goad, making the good cuts again, but Walton was there with him. Back outside we go to Kevin Clements, just a sophomore, and a good one. Here's Phil Rich to the side for the shot there. You can light him down for the little man.
That's a fine player, Denny. He's going to get a lot of votes for this all-tournament team.
Kevin Clements, little number 40, went most of the semifinal game earlier today without scoring. He gets 2 early ones here, and Mike Reese hands another one for Christian County. 4 points for Reese. All 4 for Christian County. They put the double team on again. Chester Bethel beats it with a long pass ahead to Mark Kenyon. Waits and gives it to Aaron Goad. Driving for that hoop again. Missed the shot. Henyon back up on a nice tap. Now Goad on the other side playing Andy over. Henyon had a swipe at it, and it's Chester Bethel coming up with the ball.
You can bet one thing, Edmonson's going to be patient. You can just look for that.
Chester Bethel, one number 11 against the other number 11, John Banks. Off it goes to Henyon, another sophomore. He did not start earlier in the year, but I don't think he'll ever go to the bench again the way he's played in this state tourney. Chester Bethel around the pick, gives to Aaron Goad. He really likes to drive that baseline. Now to Henyon for the shot. Can't get it to fall. Rebound by Greg Walton.
Might say, Denny, that's Christian County's man for man.
Once again, 2 more in the book there for Mike Reese. Dangerous pass picked off by Reese, and you can give him 8 points in this game. Christian County has doubled the score early here on the Edmonson County Wildcats. The backcourt pressure is telling the story here, Jock.
That's right, Denny. They're going to have to keep it out of those corners. They're throwing into Bethel. He's small. And they're forming that trap with bigger people, and you can't see anybody. He's too small in that corner. Going to have to quit that.
Nearly another turnover there as you look at the very strong, well-built body of Aaron Goad, who was an all-state football player. So was Phil Rich, their center, number 35. Another bad pass. Rich picked it off, and Chester Bethel fouled Mike Reese.
Denny, these traps are really hurting at this point in Edmonson County. That's about 3 turnovers as a result of it. They're going to have to make an adjustment against this zone, that's for sure, this full-court zone press.
3 team fouls now on Edmonson County. 2 on Goad, 1 on Chester Bethel as John Banks attacks for Christian County. Greg Walton with the outside shot off the front of the iron. Bethel on the rebound. Little Chester Bethel. He's taken 30 shots in this tournament and made 18 of them. His coaches are just tickled to death with the way he has played here. They say he's been probably a perfect player in this tournament. He hasn't been far from it. Christian County gone the other way now. Mike Reese will try again. Swish! 10 points for Mike Reese.
Here we go in the corner again, and got that trap situation. It looks bad.
It's Mike Reese 10, Edmonson County 4. Kenyon looking inside, trying to get some help now. Gives to Aaron Goad. John Banks doing a good job on Bethel on the outside. Kenyon from the free throw strike. Swish. First 2 for Mark Kenyon. You know, he's had over his average in every one of these tournament games. The average is 8 per game. Jockey had 20 in the opener against Betsy Lane, 10 against Harrison County, 15 against Shelby County.
Denny, I've heard his name mentioned for all tournament also.
That's Reese, who now has 12 points. He has outscored Edmonson County. He's doubled them, as a matter of fact, 12 and 6. Aaron Goad now beats his man. They tried for the steal. Henyon on the end of the break lays it in. Good pass from Aaron Goad. The basket by Henyon. 4 points for Mark. Got a foul on the play also. That foul was on Curtis Parker, and there's timeout on the floor now with the score. Christian County 12, Edmonson County 8. And for Edmonson County as we return to action, Mark trying to complete a three-point play. Jock, one of the reasons that Christian County is a slight favorite in this game is that they're on an 11-game winning streak coming in here after upsetting Henry Clay, but they're also in their fourth trip to the state tournament in the past 6 years, and that experience has got to pay off.
Certainly has, Denny, and these people that come in once, they want to come back, and they do everything in the world to get here, and they've certainly proven themselves at the time. And anybody that scores like they do, it's going to be hard to put out of this thing.
That's a foul on little Kevin Clemens as he ran into John Banks. The first foul on Clemens and the fourth team foul on Edmonson County. If Edmonson County looks like a very well put together team physically, it's because 6 of their players are off the football team that went 9-2 and missed out on a chance to play in the state playoffs by losing to a great Greene County team. They wound up their season 9-2, lost to Greene County 6-0. 3-second violation. In the lane too long, and that's a little breathing room now for Edmonson County. They can cut the lead down to just 1 point. Down by 3 with 2:49 to go in the first quarter. Aaron Goad on the break. Hung in the air, missed the shot. Rich has a bang at it. Can't get it in there, and a foul called on Clemens, and he's picked up 2 quick ones.
They just can't seem to get it in the hole down there, and even though Colonels have had a hot hand up here, we still got a 12-9 basketball game, so we certainly haven't got a runaway at this point, that's for sure. 2:41 left in the first quarter, but it's kind of a slow game. I know, as a rule, the Colonels have usually got about 25 points for this time.
That is not Chester Bethel. That is John Banks. Chester Bethel is number 11 for the Edmonson County Wildcats. This is John Banks at the line for Christian County. Couldn't get the second one. Goes, brings it down, gives off to Chester Bethel. And he goes over and back across the line, trying to weave his way through the traffic.
I tell you, Denny, the pressure has really shown up on this Edmonson guards thus far in this thing, and I don't know the exact turnovers, 4 or 5.
Substitution now for Christian County. It's David McCombs, number 51, checking in there. David is a 5'11 junior. Got a big basket in this afternoon's semifinal game. Reese doesn't need a whole lot of room. Put on the good head fake. Almost walked, but didn't. And he's got 14 points. He may be on his way to another 44-point effort, Jock. He had one of those in the regional.
14 out of 15 ain't bad, is it, Denny?
Reese that time got a hand on the ball in backcourt, knocked it out of bounds. Edmonson County controlled.
I tell you something else. He's playing the point on his pressure, and he's really applying this thing and creating some of his turnovers.
Hard to believe that Curtis Parker and Mike Reese are juniors. The 2 forwards for Christian County will be back again. Aaron Goad ducks between the 2 defenders, gives a nice pass to Phil Rich, who puts it in there.
That was nice, Denny. They handled that real well, and they're going to have to do a little bit more of that. They're going to have to get that easy thing.
Coach Bo Davenport of Edmonson County calls Phil Rich Mountain. When they asked him how they beat Harrison County in the upset, he said, "We just went to the mountain." Mike Reese missed the shot, and the mountain rebounds. 1:30 to go here in the first quarter. Bad pass. Reese picked it off again. He's playing a superb game. Inside for Parker. What a pass.
Well,
Kenny Bussell knocked that pass off.
That's basketball. Here we are in the corner again over at Denny. I tell you, they're getting hurt badly in there. Here we go. We're going to get to...
Nice pass to Rich. 2 easy ones. Give the assist to Clemens there. The basket by Rich. 1:10 still to go, and now Rich is going to have a chance at a three-pointer, and he is a great free throw shooter. At least he has been in this tournament. Hitting everything he puts up there from that free throw line. Very soft touch for a big man.
You know, Denny, on this full court pressure, Edmonson has had a man down court all the time. Well, actually, we're getting 5 against 4, and they're beginning to look down there and get the ball to them.
5 points for Phil Rich, who averages 16 per game. He's on his way to Western Kentucky on a football scholarship. Guess what position Phil Rich played in football, Jock?
Oh, I'm going to have to say defensive end.
Would you believe fullback? Can you imagine him coming through that line, blocking for people, and on the double dribble violation, Edmonson County's going to get it right back.
Well, he's quite a physical specimen, I tell you. And, you know, with all that agility on this basketball court, you can imagine what kind of football player he's going to be.
He also played linebacker. Aaron Goad, an All-State football player also. And I understand nobody ran on Edmonson County. They got away with a pass now and then, but nobody ran on it.
That's right. I can see why.
Aaron Goad will throw the ball in now. As you look at Bo Davenport, the very emotional, very sincere coach of Edmonson County. He was a little worked up after his victory over Shelby County this afternoon. A good move by Kevin Clemens, who can really penetrate.
Real fine move, Jenny, down the lane, and real good ball control on off the glass. Really a lot of poise for a sophomore.
Kevin Clemens has the most assists of anybody on the floor right now. He came into tonight with 10, and he's had a couple of more. John Banks won't go down the drain for him, and a foul called on Mike Reese going over the back. That's the first on Mike, the third team foul on Christian County.
Roy Winchester made that call, Denny. I just wonder how many state finals he participated in.
Roy Winchester and Dennis Jackson working tonight's game. That's Dennis Jackson handing the basketball to Aaron Goad. This time they beat the pressure nicely, and the odds are in Edmondson's favor. A good pass by Clemens, who's got another assist. Mark Kenyon on the scoring end.
That's the way you're right down the backboard. Now, a couple times like that, Denny, and Christian County's going to have to get out of that.
Edmonson County is in the lead now by a point, 18-17. Only 8 seconds for Christian County to beat the clock. They'll take the last shot of the quarter. John Banks will put it up. And that's the end of the first quarter with the score. Edmonson County, the Cinderella team, 18, and Christian County, 17. 3%, Edmonson County, 57%. That's not too bad.
I would believe that Reese kid shot most of that percent. Well, what he got 14 of the 17 in that quarter. That'd give him a total of 56. Another King Kelly Coleman.
43 was the school record at Christian County until earlier this season when both Mike Reese and Curtis Parker got 44. They'll jump it up again. Mark Kenyon to go up against Mike Reese. They took one more shot off the Edmonson County stats on the official, so give them 61%, not 57, but 61%. That's super. That's what it had to be ahead of this ball club. Here's Mike Reese, who's just seldom missed. Finally does. He'll try again. Now Aaron Goad on the rebound. And Goad has been fouled in backcourt. It's on Kenny Hart. He's the freshman who just checked into the lineup for Christian County, and he's had a tendency to foul in every game. 12 fouls in the 3 tournament games coming in.
That's the one thing, Denny, that he has really done. Obviously, he commits himself. What do you expect from a ninth grader? He'll learn. He's got plenty of time.
Aaron Goad at the free throw line now for the Edmonson County Wildcats. Edmonson County, by the way, did not win their own district. But Aaron Goad, the man at the free throw line, did not play in the district. He was sick.
Denny, this thing is taking the same trend that Edmonson games have taken all through the week.
Taking a long look at it. Around it out, the rebound to Curtis Parker. A 2-point lead for the Edmonson County Wildcats. Looking for their 27th victory on the year. Curtis Parker, swish. Coach Lyle Dunbar says he doesn't mind for Curtis Parker to shoot anywhere from up to 30 feet. He says that's good range for Curtis Parker. That's a long way from the hoop, Chuck.
That's a 3-pointer in the AVA any day of the week.
Kevin Clemens doing a nice job of dribbling it up against Christian County. And near steal there as Reese tried to use his quickness. Breaking for the hoop, the mountain puts it in there. Phil Rich. Look at him spread the bodies as he comes out. 7 points for Phil. As we told you earlier today, his father had a heart attack the beginning of this year, has not seen his son play all season. He is seeing him today, and he has seen a lot of him. We all have.
He's a real nice kid. I talked to him earlier today. Denny, he's really a fine young man.
Greg Walton missed a shot. Henyon on the rebound. Walton is having kind of a nightmarish tournament for Christian County. He had hit only 14 of 40 shots coming in here, and he hadn't been able to buy one in the opening stages here. Reese again tried for the steal, missed it. That left the path open. Aaron Goad, he's fouled. A foul on John Banks, Doc?
Denny, like I said before, anytime you get a charging blocking foul, you'll get the boo. Because everybody interprets that thing differently. It never fails.
Edmonson County is in the bonus situation. Both teams will be shooting the bonus from here on out. Aaron Goad, who has made one and missed one so far at the charity line for Edmonson. Knocked it right back to him. And again, he's fouled. This time, it's going to be against Kenny Hart.
Now, Denny, there's that thing I talked to you about this afternoon about tipping that free throw back. That's an indication where a missed free throw can turn into a field goal. Just by tipping the ball back to the shooter.
6 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the first half. 21-19 Edmonson County, a chance to stretch it. Goad now has missed 3 consecutive free throws. Finally got one. It's Greg Walton across the timeline as they try to set up a double team out high. Falling back now. Curtis Parker had a notion trying to dribble himself free and does. Missed the shot. The rebound taken down by Mark Kenyon. Kevin Clements will take his good old time now and set it up for Edmonson County.
Parker's having kind of a hard day so far, didn't he? He really didn't have that good a game this afternoon.
Chester Bethel.
He's not off to that good a start tonight. He's got the ability to do a whole lot of things.
Chester Bethel and Mark Kenyon had scored the most points in this tournament. For Edmonson County coming in 44 apiece. That was Chester's first field goal. John Banks hit the basket support with that one.
I think they're going to get a timeout for long. Because Christian County, they hit that flat spot again like they did this afternoon. And I don't think Lyle is going to tolerate that very long.
Antoine Cheatham will be coming into the game at the first opportunity for Christian County. He's a good little ball handler.
You don't see teams split the post much anymore like Edmonton. They throw it in there and cut that thing off there. And
Phil Rich can split it, can he?
You betcha. He sets a pretty good screen, didn't he? Sound like a rocket Gibraltar.
There's Bo Davenport, who, by the way, played in the state tournament. He was an all-state guard in high school. This is his first trip as a coach after 26 years. John Banks missed the shot. Rebound inside by the freshman, Kenny Hart. He's fouled by Phil Rich. That's the first foul on Phil. 2 shots coming for Kenny Hart. Antoine Cheatham, number 13, checking into the lineup, and Banks going out now for Christian County. Antoine Cheatham, a 5'10.5" senior, just 140 pounds.
Then, you know, Rich does about as good a job controlling his fouls for a big guy his size and moving that weight around as any big person you'll ever see. He really uses good judgment on it.
Neither team doing particularly well from the charity line tonight. They're not getting any better. Touched last there by Edmonson County, so Christian County control.
Bo Davenport disagreed.
1 out of 6 in the free throw shooting department now for Christian County. Look at that long bomber by Curtis Parker.
If that young man gets turned on, it's going to be a hot hand, a culo.
We saw him get turned on against Shawnee, didn't we? 37 points.
He can rip it, I tell you, and he got that great range.
Mark Kenyon to Aaron Goad. Tapped up by Bethel once. Now Rich muscles it in. Phil Rich. 9 points for Rich.
That's where the mountain came in and took over. He just used that sheer strength, 245 pounds. Stuck it right back in the hole. They're doing a little stunning out of this 2-3, Denny. They're, you know, a little pressure and then dropping back in. A little aggravation.
Greg Walton from the outside got it.
That's a little aggravation by Christian County right there.
4 points for Walton, who averages 11 per game. They've got Kenny Hart, the freshman, playing the point in that half-court defense now. Got an open man underneath. Goad spotted him, and Henyon fouled. It was Greg Walton who committed the foul.
For a team that, you know, 2 teams that played this morning, Denny, they've got this thing going at a good tempo. You know, nobody's burning themselves out, and they're going to have a whole lot left in the second half. We can have the kind of finish that we deserve.
And there's timeout on the floor with the score. Edmonson County 26, Christian County 23. Kenyon's going to get another try. Kenyon looking for his 9th point now. He can better his season average, which he has done in every game, and he's done it again.
He's got turned on in this tournament, and that's happened a lot of times in the past where a player comes in here and gets it going.
Greg Walton just looking over that Edmonson County defense to Antoine Cheatham, who doesn't shoot very much, but he gets a lot of assists. And Parker travels with the basketball. Another Christian County turnover.
They changed the press here. They got about a 1-2, 1-1, 3/4 court press. Then it's a lot different.
As well as the full court press was working, Jock, why change it? Cheatham knocks the ball away to Reese, but a foul call on Clemens, and it's his 3rd. Now, why change it?
Well, they gave up 2 dead trips on it. 2, unmolested trip shots, and I think he'll come back to it later, but Bo Davenport's team was having too much success there.
Well, if they lose this little point man, it could be Katie Bar the door. He really is their team leader and sets them up. 3 fouls now on Kevin Clemens, the 5'9" sophomore, number 40. And missed another free throw. Near steal by Reese. Bethel dribbled it out of bounds. Will go the other way. It's Christian County's ball.
Maybe that explains right there why he changed his press, didn't he?
I'd like to see the number of turnovers in this game by both teams so far. A lot of boo-boos.
Well, at the end of the first quarter, it was 5 for Edmonson County and 1 for Christian County.
Inside, Reese has his shot blocked by Rich. Kenny Hart working underneath, and Rich pulls his way out of there with it. He's an inspirational type guy. When his teammates see him storming out of there with the basketball, they got to get a little bit hyped up. This is Rich with the ball making his move up and in.
Denny, I haven't seen anybody take the charge from that big guy yet. I wonder if that's going to happen.
He hit 14 of 22 shots coming into tonight. He is continuing to burn the nets. Antoine Cheatham missed the shot. Tapped up and in by Reese. Reese now has 16 points, but 14 of them came in the first 8 minutes.
That's what happens right there when you don't block out that man on that board. Keep him away from that glass.
1:58 to play in the first half. 30 and 25, Edmonson County by 5. Chester Bethel hit another one. 4 points for Chester Bethel, who averages 10.5 per game. Edmonson County earlier today beat Shelby County in a cliffhanger, 53-52. We've got a timeout on the court now. Christian County today beat Henry Clay in an equally exciting game, 68-67. The Edmonson County-Shelby County game, Jock, ended in controversy. You had a chance to talk with referee Jerry Jenkins, and perhaps you can fill us in a little bit on just what happened at the final buzzer.
Well, I'm going to try to explain it the way he explained it to me, and he interpreted the rules. Jerry made the call. He's making the call. He puts his hand up in a clean fist. The out official at the same time is watching the rest of the court. He's directly under the scoreboard, and he cannot see the clock. The only thing he can go by is the horn. The scorekeeper is supposed to turn that clock off the instant the hand goes up. Whether his view's blocked or what might happen, you can't tell. When Jerry goes to the table, the other official says, Jerry, we may have a couple seconds left on the clock. And Jerry said, are you sure that there were 2 left? He said, no. He went to the timer, are you sure there are 2 left? He said, no. Jerry, he did not know, and in this case, if nobody knows for sure if there is any time left or not, as far as the rule book goes, the game is over.
For our viewers who did not see the game, Jock, what happened was a Shelby County man was fouled in the last 1 or 2, or perhaps with no time on the clock. That's the way it was ruled. If there had been time left, he would have been able to shoot the front end of a 1-and-1 and then perhaps miss. His teammates would have had a chance at tipping it in.
That's right. But if I'd have been Tom Kramer, they'd have had to get the National Guard to take me out here on the stretcher. I tell you, I would not have left until I got my 32 minutes.
.120 exactly now to play in the first half. Greg Walton bombing from outside and giving 2 more. Well, if Walton can get hot, as we said, he's had kind of a bad shooting tournament. If he can get hot, he could change things around for Christian County in a hurry. There is traveling in the backcourt on Edmonson County, and the boo-boos continue to pile up. Here's the shooting so far, unofficially 13 of 21 for Edmonson County. That's 61.9%. Christian County 12 of 28, 42.8.
Most of these Edmonson shots in here are close in, real good percentage shots.
Mike Reese's average going down a little bit. Aaron Goad coming the other way for Edmonson County. Wildcats on the attack. Jeff Doyle in the lineup now for Edmonton, the new man. Good move for the hoop. Aaron Goad and the foul called. Goad is going to have a chance at another three-pointer. That foul was on David McCombs.
Denny, Edmonson County, they've gone back to the 2-1-2 offensive set this year. They're playing out the old style basketball set that Kentucky teams used for years. That was simply the old play that Coach Rupp always started every game with in the national anthem. That was simply Kentucky's guard around. They split the poles, they run the guard around. They're using the old-fashioned basketball, and it's doing the trick.
Christian County's other great shooter besides Mike Reese, Curtis Parker, has gone to the bench now with McCombs in the ball game. 7 points in this game for Aaron Goad after he completed that three-pointer. Good move inside by the freshman.
Real good move. Shot it off the wrong foot. Kid's going to be a fine player.
Kenny Hart. Mark Kenyon now moving for the hoop. They've got 18 seconds before the end of the half. McCombs on a steal. Nobody to beat. David McCombs with a steal in the basket. A score of 35-31. Ron King of Louisville Central, Jock, once had 44 points in the state championship game, and it looked for a while like Mike Reese was going to erase that in a hurry. He had 14 big ones in the first quarter for Christian County tonight. He's cooled off a little bit. Edmonson County, as they have done throughout this tournament, have come back with their fine team play.
They sure have, Denny, and the only thing that's kept Edmonson County from getting out a little bit farther than they are right now is that these presses, the two different kinds of presses, have hurt them. They forced them into about 6 turnovers out of that, and it's meant about 4 or 6 points for Christian County. Good first half.
These two teams came in here very, very excited, and of course their fans were the same way. Did you know that Edmonson County sold out all their state tournament tickets in less than half an hour, Jock? It doesn't take long for the people of Brownsville to get behind their team.
This has been quite something, I tell you.
Worked it so diligently. They're very nice, very dedicated bunch of young men. Let's pause 5 seconds first for our stations to identify themselves. Don Lobheimer, one of the officials who worked the semifinals, just came by and chatted with us at halftime. And it's a very, well, I guess, underpaid and
that's right,
underpraised job.
One of the toughest jobs in the world.
And we're going to have to start this all over again as Phil Rich came storming out of there with that ball. He goes after it. They'll jump it up again now against Curtis Parker. "16 minutes of basketball remaining in this season." We can tack it away for another year, Jock.
The 16 most important minutes of the season.
You better believe it. Curtis Parker finding the range right off here to begin this third quarter.
We're back in the three-quarter trap here at the end. Let's see what we're going to do with it. Patient. Here we go again.
Kenny Hart got the steal there, but it's going to belong to Edmonson County. They say Hart touched it last, right in front of our microphones here.
It would really help at Edmonson County if they could throw past this trouble and get the ball on down court in the air. There's 2-1 down there, and they just got to get it on down. They're getting involved in these traps, and it's really costing them possession of the ball. That's what I'm talking about right there. Get it on down the court.
We're 30 seconds into the third quarter now. Kevin Clements from the outside. Reese almost got a hand on it, but Clements got his errant shot back. Goad. Both men go down, and a foul call offensively on Aaron Goad. That's 3 on Aaron.
I tell you, that's a real tough call. I just don't see how they make it consistently. I just don't see how they do it.
David McCombs, number 51, in the lineup for Christian County. This is Mike Reese.
Boy, that's a kiss of death. That's what that is. Get it on down the court. There we go. That's what
they beat it with the long pass to Phil Rich. Nice pass to Henyon. They backed off and let him shoot it.
It won't take much of that, Denny, to get him back out of that.
Curtis Parker didn't want to pick up his third foul. This is Curtis Parker. Rebound by Phil Rich. He averages better than 10 a game. Inside to Rich. He does get him when they need him, Jock. He hit 6 out of 7 in that second half upset of Harrison County.
He's not going to miss many right there, that's for sure.
This is Greg Walton to Curtis Parker. They've given Walton shooting room tonight. Now Mike Reese inside, trying to shake himself free of the big man. Didn't have quite enough English on that one. Henyon still working at it, and it's Henyon who gets the basketball. Edmonson County lost in their own district to Glasgow, but they've been something else ever since. Henyon up and in. A nice pass from Clemens.
I believe you can expect now. You can see him get out of that press next time down. They're just not going to give up that cheap stuff like that. It costs them too dearly.
McCombs looking inside. Now to Walton to Parker. He loves that shot. Clemens had the rebound taken away from him by Parker, and now Clemens gets it back again.
They took the press off. I felt they would. Man for man. Half-court man for man.
Aaron Goad. Henyon had a tap at it. Taken out of there by David McCombs of Christian County. On the run, Greg Walton ahead to Reese. A little too far ahead.
I think Edmonson got things going their way pretty much. You see Lyle Dunbar here. He's down on his knees again. And when he got down on his knees today, it was look out. Get that coat off for long.
Kevin Clemens can work this break very well. Missed the shot there. Rebound by Curtis Parker. Nice outlet pass to Reese. The outlet pass means so much he got it out quick. Reese missed the shot, had a tap at it, and now Clemens, the little man, gets the rebound.
I think that shows a lot of judgment, Denny, when you pull up like that and take that 4-footer instead of just ramming on in and running over people.
Aaron Goad on the run, ahead to Chester Bethel. Has his pass knocked away. Rich dives for it, and a jump ball call.
You know, Denny, in this whole tournament, I don't think I have seen one flagrant thing as far as sportsmanship is concerned. I don't believe I've seen one thing in the whole tournament.
You're absolutely right, come to think of it. It has been a very, very well played.
I'll say something else, too. Edmonson County with 600 students down there has eliminated a whole lot of talk as far as class basketball is concerned. They said the little schools couldn't do it anymore. Well, you see where they are tonight.
Rich knocked the ball away to go, but they're going to jump it again. Bo Davenport, the Edmonson County coach, wondering why. Didn't get much of an explanation as Greg Walton hurries it down court for Christian County. Ran into Rich, and we got a foul call. And it's on the big man.
Rich was a little late that time. He shook his head, and he knew he was guilty of the thing.
Tris Kingston, the very able assistant coach there, with Lyle Dunbar up shouting instructions to his team. Quite an oddity. Both of the coaches in this championship game lost the jobs that they had last year. Now they're in the big one. Rich tried for the steal, knocked it away. Now Reese getting it back, but he put it on the paint.
The thing, at the end of the game, has really got a slow tempo now. It's really slowed down this third quarter. Everybody's really got caution. They got the caution light out.
Strictly man-to-man pressure now by Christian County. They're going to slow it down. Edmonson County just looking over the defense. Aaron Goad having trouble finding somebody to get it to. Now Clemens, the little man. A steal by David McCombs, but he kicked it out of bounds.
I think that score has been hung on 41-35 now for about a minute and a half.
There's Bo Davenport. Well, the reporters have been eating him up in Louisville. They just really love him.
He loves them too, didn't he?
Bo loves anything. He says, don't you just love high school basketball? He says it's the most American thing there is.
I tell you, in that interview today, I really had to give him a lecture there. He was so excited and so hyper, I didn't know what he was going to do.
Greg Walton with a fine drive to the hoop for Christian County.
You know, a man that's been coaching 27 years and finds himself in the finals the first time he's been here, he's got to be just ecstatic about the whole deal. I looked that word ecstatic up today and thought I might use it.
His kids, by the way, Jock, have dedicated this tournament to him. They really do want to win it for him. Chester Bethel from the side, but before the shot, we have a foul called on Greg Walton.
And let's remember this, Denny. Bo has made this kind of impression in a short time of about 8 months.
It's a common foul, so Goad will toss in, but before he does, we've got a timeout on the floor. With the score, Edmonson County 41, Christian County 37.
Okay, we're back in here now. We've got 41-37 with 2:56 to go, and Christian County called that timeout. And then it'd be my guess that he's going to do a little work on that pressure. I think he feels like his team is going to play better if they'll come on out and apply some kind of pressure because they get more movement. They're standing around on both ends of the court.
Just got a good look at some of the 10,500 estimated fans here in attendance.
They're back out in the 2-3 zone, and he changed his half-court defense.
Aaron Goad decides to back off. Kevin Clements will set the offense. 2 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the third quarter. Mark Henyon with the outside shot.
I figured it was about time for him to make a little noise again, didn't you?
That's 15 points for Henyon now. 6-point lead for Edmonson County.
You got both teams playing exactly the same identical defense on each end.
Parker with that great wrist snap of his, and he just drills it through.
Yeah, they've changed the press a bit. It's man for man now. I think they're going to stun a little bit, gamble a little bit, maybe double team a little bit.
Reese, who had a lot of steals early in the game, can't get it away from Aaron Goad, and Chester Bethel now sets up the offense for Edmonson. Coach Bo Davenport shouting instructions from the side as Bethel shoots and hits. Chester Bethel has been some kind of shooter when they needed him.
He has been some kind of player all week long. Has a great opportunity to make this all-tournament team.
Curtis Parker, who also has a great opportunity. Inside now, the ball knocked away by Rich, and Bethel comes up with it, doing a little fancy dribbling. He can control it.
You know, back when I played, if that ball ever got down between my legs, it was all over. I never could find it again.
45-39, Edmonson County in the lead. Henyon now can boost that lead. He got it. 17 points for Henyon, and with 1:15 to go in the third quarter, Edmonson County leads by 8 points, 57-39.
Looks like somebody is flying a 747 in there on us, Denny. He comes sailing over my head here.
We got a timeout in the court now, Jack.
Wait,
just a minute, we want to try to take a look at just exactly how these two teams got here, Edmonson County and Christian County. It has been a rough road for both of them. Of course, Christian County in that lower bracket where there were some outstanding teams. Edmonson County, though, had to beat one of the better teams in the state by far, I would say, Shelby County, who came in here with only 3 losses, but they knocked them off earlier today by 1 point, 53-52. Here is how Edmonson County got here, beating Betsy Lane in the first round game 77-72. In the second round, they knocked off Harrison County 61-57. And then in the third round game, of course, beating Shelby County this afternoon 53-52.
Well, we're talking about they played 3 games, roughly a 4-point span. You know, they've all gone right down to the wire. You know, I tell you, it was a real experience today interviewing these winning coaches. They both came at me wild-eyed, and I didn't know what they were going to do.
Christian County, in that super tough lower bracket, beat Ashland 67-63. They also knocked off Shawnee last night, 75-69. They beat Henry Clay 68-67. And, Jock, that's got to be tough, playing the last game last night, coming back in here, playing earlier today, and right back out here tonight.
It certainly is, and I think it's the only place it's done it in high school basketball.
1:10 to go now in the third period. Dangerous pass, and it's picked off. Coach Lyle Dunbar is not at all happy with that pass. Took several strides out on the court, shouting instruction.
I tell you, Denny, if they can get 2 here, they're going to have this thing in pretty decent shape.
Reese is doing some gambling, trying to get that ball back. Clements now, the penetrating guard. Good pass to Bethel. Can he hit another one? This one won't fall, but a foul call on David McCombs. The second on McCombs.
I tell you, I'm going to copy one of those patterns that Bo, we coaches steal from each other, and Bo's running a real pretty pattern down there, and you're in at that time. It's a baseline screen. He's getting this Bethel kid open off of, and Bethel's got a spot there. When he gets that spot, it's either write him down or shoot your free throw.
Great look there at Chester Bethel, who, as we said, has had just a fine tournament.
Bo Davenport really spoke highly of this young man today when I talked to him earlier.
That's the first free throw they've missed in a long while. Their first one in the second half. And he missed them both.
Ooh, those are important shots. I tell you, those are free ones.
35 seconds to go. Edmonson up 47-39. Could have built it to a 10-point margin. Greg Walton with a shot. And Rao is right back down to 6.
That makes those 2 missed free throws even look more important.
10 points for Walton, by the way. Reese almost got it away in backcourt. Clements across the line. Keeping right on going with it to Henyon for the shot. Down the drain.
That Henyon has found him a spot over there. He has hurt every team in his tournament from that baseline position. 2
seconds to beat the buzzer. Can he do it? Almost, but not quite. And that's the end of the third quarter with the score. Edmonson County 49, Christian County 41.
Here we go again now, 49-41, and then state tournaments are made up of heartbreak and happiness, and you can certainly say that we've had it all this week. But I want to say this about these coaches that all played today. They have all got a whole lot to be proud of.
Well, before we go to these final 8 minutes, let's acknowledge all of the stations along the network, starting with WKYT TV in Lexington. Producer Mike Canarak and Al Taylor and Director Harry Tate on this telecast today. WHAS TV in Louisville, WPSD in Paducah, WEHT in Evansville, WXIX TV in Cincinnati, WOWK in Huntington, WBKO in Bowling Green, WKYH in Hazard, and we're ready to go with the fourth period.
We're going to jump again, Danny. You didn't miss a thing.
Talked as fast as I could.
Well, I talk as often as I can, so we got a little bit to talk.
Parker frees himself for the jumper off the front of the iron. Chester Bethel on the rebound. Shooting statistics so far, 20 of 41 for Christian County. That's 48%. Edmonson County staying red hot, 21 of 35 for 61%. Clements saw a little daylight, drove through it and scored. Kevin Clements.
I tell you, this kid is, he's got to be one of the key people in this whole thing. He's just been remarkable.
How'd you like to have him for 2 more years like Bo Davenport does?
10th grader.
Clements had the rebound taken away by Greg Walton, and he lays it in. That's a dozen points for Greg Walton in this game. 1 over his season average. Bethel double-teamed in backcourt. Almost lost it. Aaron Goad comes up with the ball.
Christian County is really going back to applying the pressure. They know they're 8 down. They're going to try to catch up. They're going to get a charge over here.
There's an obvious foul. I don't think... well, maybe we will get a charge. Yes, it is going to be before the ball got down there. Phil Rich ran into Curtis Parker. We got 2 men hurt, actually. Greg Walton and Curtis Parker. Walton laying down at one end of the court. Curtis Parker up near the midcourt stripe. That's Greg Walton.
I'll tell you, Denny, this is really a key time for the Edmonson County team. The pressure is going to be there. They're going to have to handle it. That's all there is to it.
The foul was on Chester Bethel. That's only 3 team fouls on Edmonton, only 2 team fouls on Christian County in the second half. Bussell had a chance at a tip and couldn't get it. Aaron Goad comes out of heavy traffic with it for Edmonson County. He's really a worker.
Now we got a half-court trap, Denny. They've changed it again. That's the first time we've seen this from them.
Aaron Goad got it.
Might be the last time.
First basket of the second half for Aaron Goad. Bo Davenport is loving every second of this. Can you imagine a state championship for this little school?
Denny, I can't even imagine a state championship. That's for 25 years. I can't imagine one.
Aaron Goad off to Henyon. Can he hit another one? In and out. Rich took it away from Reese and put it in there. Phil Rich with a big play. 15 points for Rich.
Here we go again. Exactly the same trend that's taken all week long with this team.
It's a team without a superstar, but it's a great, great team. Greg Walton got it off nicely to Bussell, who missed the shot. They're still whacking at it. Bussell again. It still won't fall. Henyon comes out of there. Mark Henyon gets it off to the little man, but before he does, he's fouled in backcourt.
I did tell you, I heard a comment over at the motel before we came over here that said if anybody makes the all-tournament team from Edmonson County, it ought to be all of them.
That foul was on Curtis Parker, his third and the team's third in the second half.
This Edmonson team should really be have an influence on small schools. They can all go to work. They got to change.
Look at that man pass. A great one from Clemens to Henyon. Bo Davenport loving it. I'm telling you, Kevin Clemens can dish that ball off. John Banks comes up with a loose ball. Missed the shot. Bussell back up. It won't go. Henyon with another big rebound. Edmonson County going to slow it down just a bit.
Here comes that half-court pressing in. Half-court.
5:06 to go. 57-43. There's a steal for Christian County. It's Parker coming down in a hurry. Off-balance shot, but he banked it off the glass beautifully. Curtis Parker. Parker with only 10 points in this game. Henyon has a man open. It's Rich. It won't go, but a foul is called. Well, on John Banks.
Denny, I never thought I'd see anybody put the big man down, but the little man put him down.
What a collision.
Courage, that's what that is, pure courage.
Doc, we've got timeout on the floor with the score. Edmonson County 57, Christian County 45. Don't go to bed early on us. Christian County appeared to be hopelessly out of this afternoon's semifinal game with Henry Clay, but Jock, they came storming back.
They certainly did, Denny. They were down by 11 with 4:23 to go, and the first thing you knew, they had the lead. I don't know how they do it. I don't think Bo knows how they do it, but they do it.
A good free throw shooter at the line. The broad-shouldered big man with a soft touch, Bill Rich. 16 points for Rich. That's his season average. And you just got to love this kid.
You know, the last time this sort of thing happened, Denny, was early in the second region. I know I was there, and I had to play him 3 times that year.
Bo Davenport hitching up his trousers. Mike Reese with the outside shot. 20 points for Reese. Bear in mind, though, 14 of them were in the first 8 minutes. John Banks really applying the pressure in backcourt. He knocked it out of bounds. Edmonson County will start it over again.
Colonels are front pressing now, Denny. They're trying to deny the pass inbound.
Doing a pretty good job of it. They have to pass over the front man. Kevin Clemens and John Banks collide in a foul call. They say Banks slid in underneath him. Lyle Dunbar not at all happy with the call.
That's the kind of call that you got to have. I tell you, when you're closing seconds, if you can get that kind of a call, it's sure going to help you. And it was probably correct. I'm a poor official.
4 minutes and 30 seconds to play. Edmonson County on top by 12 points, 59-47.
You know, I'm going to have to ask somebody from down that way, is there really a place called Sunfish?
I wouldn't bet against it.
I wouldn't either. Unbelievable. That's all it is. Unbelievable. That's what makes the state tournament what it is.
Mike Reese still trying to work himself free and can't do it. Edmonson County has only given up about 58 points a game this year. You can see why. Reese came in, tried to tap it, but a foul call. This one is against Bill Rich, number 35. It's his third. 4 team fouls on Edmonson County, and so Christian County will be shooting the bonus from here. We've got a timeout on the floor, but 61-47 is our score. With the Edmonson County Wildcats a surprise leader. The pregame talk had Christian County Jock listed as about a 3-point favorite.
Well, I heard that 2 or 3 times, and you know, you and I talked about it. And gosh, at this stage, how can you pick a favorite?
We're looking one more time at the road that they had to get here, Christian County. It was a rough road. It looked, as we said, against Henry Clay this afternoon that they were definitely going to lose it. But Henry Clay is back in Lexington tonight, and Christian County is playing for the state high school championship.
And Henry Clay made a great impression down here, did a great job against Ballard. Certainly did.
Well, we turned in our all-tournament ballots a little while ago, and it was certainly not easy, Jock. We got to name 12 players, but there must have been at least 2 dozen good ones in this thing that I saw that I certainly wouldn't hesitate to vote for.
Denny, I thought Larry Jenkins was probably had as fine a tournament performance as anybody here.
He is the Henry Clay senior forward who did everything well during the tournament. Duran Macklin of Shawnee had some big games. Jeff Lamp had one tremendous game and one not so good for the Ballard Bruins. Shelby County's Vince Chambers was an extraordinary shooter throughout the tournament. We could just go on and on. Tim Stevens was magnificent in defeat in the first round from McCreary County. Reese missed them both in a jump ball called. Aaron Goad and Greg Walton.
You know, you often hear that when the state tournament starts, ratings don't mean a thing, and I think we've seen living proof of that.
Amen. 4:11 to play now. A 14-point lead for Edmonson County.
Well, if that's true, where I would rate it, I ought to be right in here.
Christian County will try to cut it down to 12 now and keep right on chopping away. It would almost be a miracle for them to get back in it now. Greg Walton trying to force up the shot, and he is fouled. This one is on Phil Rich, and that's Rich's fourth. He's one man they don't want to lose with 3:57 to go. Rich is kind of a equalizing factor in there when they do make a mistake defensively. The offensive men seem to always run right smack dab into the huge frame of Bill Rich. 6'4½", about 235 or 240.
You know, the last time this thing happened was back in 1968 with Glasgow and Jim Richards coaching down there. And the year before that, it was at Arlington with Dr. Bob Fox, who's down at Murray.
They got a steal, but not before John Banks fouled Aaron Goad. The foul on John Banks is his fourth. Good look at John, who didn't really agree. Lyle Dunbar, the coach of Christian County, in the background. He was at Maysville last year.
But Denny, we're not too far from what we had this afternoon, and we had 4:23 and 11 down. We've got 3:53 and they're 13 down. So, you know, we're really not too far away. It could be done.
But Aaron Goad could make it a 15-point lead if he hits both ends of the 1-and-1 for Edmonson County, and he gets the front end. That now is 10 points for Aaron Goad, and 4 of the Edmonson County starters are in double digits now.
I'd bet my life that they've got that fire truck out, they're polishing and filling up with gas. When you, back in Brownsville,
the celebration is definitely being planned, Jock.
Well, both teams to celebrate. I tell you, after the tournament they've had, they ought to get 2 fire trucks out. Both teams.
Still playing that good defense. They make you work for every basket. Walton missed the shot, tapped up and in beautifully by Reese. Mike Reese now with 22. That's 6 over his average. He will be back next year. So will the little man with the ball, Kevin Clements. He's got 2 years remaining. A foul on John Banks, and that's going to be all for John. John Banks, who is only starting in this tournament because Alan Turner was injured in the first game against Ashland. And Banks has distinguished himself very well under pressure. Coming into the lineup now for Christian County is Mike Hughes, a 5'11 junior, number 23, and Banks fouls out.
Denny, if we have the interview with the winner, I'm going to need a tranquilizing gun for Bo Edmonson over there, I tell you. I think he's going to be clear out of it, I can tell you.
Kevin Clements will get the bonus. That's 11 points for Clements now. He's bettered his season average of 9 per game.
I see Bo over now. He's over singing America the Beautiful right now.
You got a timeout, Joe. Now, what in the world can Lyle Dunbar possibly be diagramming on the court as his team comes over to greet him? The Christian County coach, Lyle Dunbar, still working.
Well, 3:20 to go, 64-50. I'm sure they've been in this situation before, and you know, this is it. If they're going to do it, they got to do it now. He's probably going to change the defense. He's going to have to go out and gamble. He can't let him kill that ball. He's got to foul him early. Give him the free throws. Let him miss it. Try to get a down score. That's the only thing you can do, Dennis, today.
Jack, I'd like to reminisce. As you said, you've seen many of the state tournaments over the years, missed very few. I'd like to go back and reminisce with you about some of the truly great players that you remember.
Well, go back to Wawa Jones. He was so inspirational to everybody, and he did a whole lot for this state tournament. About the same thing Arnie Palmer had done for golf. And then from there, I thought Cliff Hagan put on just a tremendous show in 1949. They called it Hagensboro. You got to remember what Chuck Rawlins did from E-Down a few years ago, and Randy Waddell from Pleasure Ridge Park. Doodle Floyd and Howie Crittenden from down around Cuba. Barney Threet from the Brewers team way back there. And gosh, there's just been so many of them. Mike Stillman from St. X. Billy Ray Lickard from Lafayette. Gosh, you can name them all day. All great players. All had good futures when they left.
Here's another young man who can tell his children someday about playing in the state tournament and playing very, very well as only a sophomore, Kevin Clemens, and he completed both of them.
You know, Denny, I've been in this state tournament every way you can be in it, except as a player, and I think that's the way I wanted in it the most.
Parker missed the shot. Clemens went for the rebound. Parker knocked it away. Inside, Greg Walton hits the shot. 15 points for Walton.
They got to foul quickly. They got no choice. They got to foul. They got to get to him.
2:55 to go now. 65-52. Edmonson by 13 points.
Too late to trap, fellas. You got to go get them. That's all.
Going right to the hoop, put a great fake on. Missed the shot inside. Rich had a whack at it, and he is fouled.
Talk about the 2 games in one day, Denny. I really don't think they have shown signs of being, exceptionally tired. I think they play hard. Now, Edmonson County has kept the tempo. I know Bo Davenport is over there saying right now, is this really true? Is this really happening? Am I the state champion?
Bill Rich finally misses from the free throw line. He doesn't do it often.
He's still coaching.
Kenny Hart, a freshman coming in now, who's played a big part in Christian County getting where they are tonight.
And, this makes you wonder how much emotion the human body can take in 3 or 4 days. You know, Bo Davenport, he's lived a lifetime in 4 days.
18 points for Phil Rich.
He told me today that his mother would really, really be proud of this thing, and he'd just give anything if she was alive to enjoy it with him.
Parker laid off what was to be a pass, but the man he intended it for turned his back on it, and it's Edmonson County's basketball as Lyle Dunbar just stomps his feet.
Well, they're going to let them kill that clock. That's all there is to it. They're not going to go up there after them.
A 14-point advantage for Edmonson County. Good pass from Henyon to Rich, who missed the shot, but he's going to have a chance at 2 free throws. Fouled by Curtis Parker. 4 fouls.
If you look out there, Denny, you don't see all that emotion from Edmonson. I think those kids are emotionally drained. I know in talking with Al Pruitt last year, he said the emotion thing and the mental thing is really tough on me.
They've got to be physically whipped, too, John.
Right, they're whipped from head to toe, inside out. And me, too.
But they got many months to rest up.
Oh, I'd pay that price. I tell you, what a reward. I just can't imagine what it would be like. If you've never been there, you have no idea what it's like.
Bill Rich looking now for his 20th point.
Everybody ties their shoes different there, and I see that Bill Rich has got a little different flip there.
Substitution, Antoine Cheatham coming in now for Christian County. David McCombs going out. Well, we've got just a minute, Jock. I just want to say it's always fun being with you, but this has been a real pleasure for me today.
Well, Denny, I appreciate you all tolerating my nonsense, and it's been a hurry. I've been scared to death, but I've enjoyed it.
20 points for Rich. He's gone out with a bang. One of the 3 graduating seniors on the Edmonson club. Greg Walton missed. Goad on the rebound. It's all Edmonson County now. We want to mention the other players on their squad. It's a team effort. They practice hard all year. Jeff Doyle, Keith Pottinger, Ricky Houchin, Ricky Davis, Timmy Ashley, Ricky Dale Lindsay, Jimmy Cole. That's Mark Henyon, a sophomore, who just banged in the bank shot. 21 points for Henyon. What a tournament he's had. 20 points, 10 points, 15, and 21 in the 4 games. Walton missed the outside shot. Clemens has it gone the other way in a hurry. Watch him spot the open man. Beautiful pass off to Brunson. He missed the shot. It's still alive. Henyon knocked it away. It belongs to Christian County. Referee Dennis Jackson took a long time making up his mind there, decided to give it to Christian County, and the scoreboard tells the story. Antoine Cheatham just about missed everything. It goes out of bounds to Edmonson County.
I'll tell you one thing, Denny, for such a thing as a gambler in Kentucky, they're all broke. No doubt about it. All the favorites are home.
One upset after another.
5 out of 6, I think, in the last 2 days.
Look at Clemens dribble that basketball. 1:14 to go. An 18-point lead. Mark Henyon trying to worm his way through the lane. He's fouled.
You know, Denny, I'm really glad to see Edmonson kind of continue playing. You know, they're no four corners. They're running their pattern. They're playing right now in the last minute just like they did the first minute.
Over near the bench now, several of the Edmonson County well-wishers have begun to go up and congratulate Coach Bo Davenport. We certainly want to add our congratulations.
Oh, that is true. Everybody down in Brownsville.
More substitutions coming in now for Christian County. Coach Lyle Dunbar wants to give everybody a chance to say they played in the 1976 state tournament. Curtis Parker going out. He's a magnificent player who will be back next year, and the college scouts are drooling.
You know, I believe Parker got hurt a little earlier in the day. You know, when he took that collision early, and you see he's sitting down and he's rubbing. I believe that probably affected his performance here a little bit tonight. If you notice how quiet the Edmonton crowd is, they're all really kind of in shock. You know, they're just all quiet. They've been enthusiastic for a week.
Kenyon having one of the great games of his career, 22 points. Into the game now for Christian County, making their first appearances, Marshall Thomas, number 35. Mike Hughes is back in there. He was in briefly earlier. And it's going to go right back to Edmonson County.
One thing about it, though, Coach Lyle Dunbar got a whole lot to look forward to next year, didn't he? He's got some fine folks coming back.
Mike Trice is in the ball game, number 15. Substitution for Edmonson County as Chester Bethel goes out to a great ovation. Now Henyon going out. Jeff Doyle coming in. Aaron Goad is going to get a super ovation. That's Henyon, number 32, you see, getting slapped on the back. Aaron Goad, the senior, coming off. The All-State football player. Ricky Houchin is in the game, number 30 there for Edmonson County. Number 50 to play the ball in is Jeff Doyle, who made the all-district team when Aaron Good was sick. Here's Kevin Clements still in there, still dishing off the ball. Going up for the shot and fouled by Anton Cheatham is Ricky Davis. The 6'2 junior Ricky Davis will go to the line with a chance to cushion this incredible Edmonson County lead.
Let me add to that, Denny. I tell you, all these coaches that are working in these small schools, this should be an inspiration to you and your athletes. Time to go to work. You can win it.
Timmy Ashley, number 00, coming into the game, and Bill Rich going out. Everybody wanting to get a piece of his broad shoulders. They are really slapping away.
Imagine going out, being able to put your reserves in and get the game won. That usually happens the other way around.
A 20-point lead for Edmonson County. The Cinderella team of the 76 state tournament will remember this one for years and years to come. Edmonson County will take it the other way now. Ricky Davis in trouble, gets it off to Clements. We're down to 35 seconds to go.
Now they've gone to four corners. They're calling timeout.
Jock, you told me on the way over here from the hotel tonight that one of these teams was going to run out of gas and get beat pretty good. And you were right.
Well, you got to be right every now and then. I tell you, the only thing I ever did exactly right was pick my wife, and I finally done something else right.
Jock, we've just been handed the all-tournament team, but they don't want us to announce it yet.
Right, yeah, they're going to. I think they always do that at the table.
We'll try to definitely stay around for this. Okay, we're going to stay here long enough for you to see everything after this ball game is over. You'll see the introductions of all the all-tournament teams. Also, the presentation of the trophy. Let's see how many of them we had, Jock. Let's see. We got the first one. We got the second one.
Well, I believe we just got about all of them. In fact, I think we've got them all.
No, we missed one player here, I see. We missed one. No, we missed two players out of 12.
Well, that's not bad. 10 out of 12, Denny. I'll take that any day of the week. I see in basketball, it'd be 20 out of 24. That'll get you a raise most places.
It really was difficult to pick them. Just great players all the way down the line in this tournament.
They're running those patterns. They're still at it.
Doyle missed the shot. Inside, Ricky Davis still scrapping for it. 22 seconds to go now, and a 21-point lead for Edmonson County. Their big scorers on the night were Mark Kenyon, the sophomore, with 22, Phil Rich with 20.
I see Bo Davenport going over to shake a hand to one of his ex-players, and the guy's got tears in his eyes.
Who can blame him? Ricky Houchin will be going up to the free throw line now for Edmonson County. 5'10" junior. One of several good benchmen who will be back for Edmonson County next year. Cole and Lindsay and Ashley and Davis and Houchin are all underclassmen. Doyle fouled now. Jeff Doyle will get a chance to add to the lead.
12 seconds, 12 seconds, Denny, and it's all over. Time to get the golf clubs out. And the way I played, I should have had them out a long time ago.
Jeff Doyle taking a long look at it. With another one coming now. Edmonson County closing out with a 27-6 record and the state tournament. Several teams were in here with 30 victories. They're out of it now, and Edmonson County has won it all. 2-1. There it is. No. I beg your pardon. There's still 2 up there. They started the chant a little early.
I don't blame them. That's what we started 2 minutes ago. There goes Bo to the scorer's table now.
That's it.
That's it.
Edmonson County is the new state high school champion, and right now let's go out on the court where public address announcer John Tong will give away the hardware.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce Mr. Louis Martin of Corbin, Kentucky, the president of the Board of Control of the Kentucky High School Athletic Association. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, please, Mr. Louis Martin.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Kentucky High School Athletic Association, Commissioner Mansfield and Acting Commissioner Mills, we would like to take this opportunity to express our sincere appreciation to the fans for your attendance at this great event. We would like to thank the 16 teams for their fine basketball and all of the people that helped to make this great show possible. And last but certainly not least, we would like to express our appreciation to the press for an outstanding job. Thank you.
And thank you, Mr. Louis Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, to foster the ideals exemplified by Ted Sanford, the Courier-Journal and Times inaugurated in 1973 the Ted Sanford Award, as given annually to a player in the tournament who excels in 4 areas: basketball ability, academic accomplishments, sportsmanship, and citizenship. Coaches nominate players, and then a committee composed of representatives of the state at large make the final selection. And now, to make the award to the 1976 recipient, the Assistant Commissioner for the Kentucky High School Athletic Association, welcome, please, Mr. Lewis Stout.
Thank you very much. The 1976 Ted Sanford Award goes to Mr. Tim Stevens of McCreary County. Please come forward, please.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis Stout. And the recipient, Tim Stevens, McCreary County. And now to present the semifinalist trophies. First, to Shelby County and their coach, Tom Kramer, presented by Mr. George Sauer of the 8th Region of the Kentucky High School Athletic Board of Control. Mr. George Sauer making the presentation to Shelby County. and Coach Tom Kramer. And now, the presentation of the trophy to Lexington Henry Clay to Coach Al Pruitt, and making the presentation, Mr. Eldon Davidson of the 11th Region, a member of the Board of Control of the Kentucky High School Athletic Association. Mr. Eldon Davidson. Coach Al Pruitt. And now the runner-up trophy to Christian County and their coach, Lyle Dunbar. And making the presentation, Mr. Cecil Reed, representing Region 2, also a member of the Board of Control of the Kentucky High School Athletic Association, Mr. Cecil Reed. And now, to the champions, Edmonson County and their coach, Bull Davenport. And making the presentation, Mr. Denville Berriger. Representing the 4th Region, a member of the Board of Control, Kentucky High School Athletic Association, Mr. Denville Berriger. Gentlemen, Mr. Jim Baker will announce the all-tournament team. Mr. Jim Baker.
The 1976 Kentucky State High School basketball all-tournament team will announce these, and the awards will be presented by the President of the Board of Control, Mr. Louis Martin. We'll ask these gentlemen to come forward immediately. Mr. Vince Chambers, Shelby County. Mr. Curtis Parker, Christian County. Mr. Tim Stevens, McCreary County. Mr. Don Moore, Lexington Henry Clay. Mr. Mike Reese, Christian County. Mr. Chester Bethel, Edmonson County. Mr. Jeff Kovac, Ashland. Is Jeff here? Mr. Durand Macklin, Shawnee. Mr. Mark Snyder, Ballard. Mr. Phil Rich, Edmonson County. Mr. Larry Jenkins, Lexington Henry Clay.
Now let's go to the far end of the court. And Jock Sutherland, who has the man of the moment, Coach Bo Davenport of Edmonson County and his state championship basketball squad. Jock, take it away.
Okay, thank you very much, Denny. Bo is beginning to be a habit. Bo Davenport, it could not have happened to a finer person.
Gee, I certainly appreciate that, Jock. It's been a great tournament. Crowds have just been terrific, and everybody's just been great, these kids, and especially to me. Last year, you know, I kind of lost my job and was hired the next night, and then this year, these kids have done it all, boy. You see it tonight.
Let me say this. I can guarantee you, you won't lose your job this time, Bo.
No, they said I could be judge. I can be the dog catcher, whatever they want me to do. They're great people down in Edmonson County, and we have some fine places, Mammoth Cave, Park Mammoth Resort. All the people in Kentucky come down and play golf with us this summer.
Now, let me say this to you, Bo. You have given the small school all over Kentucky a new life. You have proven that the small school can win the state tournament. You're really to be congratulated on this. Did you really feel like you could win this thing when you came on tonight?
I'll be very honest with you, Mr. Jock. I thought we'd win two. I really did. And then the kids have got great momentum. They've got something some kids haven't got. They got a lot of inside. They're just a great group of young men. Okay, I tell you, you've given me a new life, Bo. I want to know who's number one. Okay, back to Denny.
Thank you, Jock. Bo Davenport, what a man. He came into this tournament with the most wins and the most losses of any coach in this state tournament. In 26 years, 439 wins, 379 losses. He's seen every tournament game since 1939, but this is the one he'll remember forever. Let's look at the individual scoring totals. First of all, for the runner-up, Christian County Colonels, who end this season with a 28-7 record. Mike Reese with a big 22-point performance. Curtis Parker with 10. John Banks held to just 1 point tonight. Greg Walton had 15. Kenny Hart and David McCombs got 2 apiece. A big night for Christian County, but not big enough as time ran out on them. Edmonson County, just magnificent. There you see the scoring totals for the new state champions, closing out the year with a 27-6 record. They were the champions of the 4th region. Now they're the champions of the 59th state high school basketball tourney. Aaron Goad with 11 points. Mark Henyon with 22. Phil Rich with 20. Kevin Clements with a 12-point effort. Chester Bethel with 6. Bethel making the all-tournament team along with Phil Rich. Jeff Doyle had 1 point. Ricky Davis had 1 point. And Jock, I don't know how to wrap this thing up. What can you add after a game like that?
Well, Bo, I'll tell you, I didn't know who was the most shook up out there, didn't he? Bo or myself. He was emotional. I could see tears in his eyes. He almost got tears in my eyes. Those players behind him were all patting him on the back, and it was just a real experience out there. And Bo Davenport, if there ever was a guy that really deserved it, and he really had it coming to him, it certainly was him. And I wish him nothing but just super success in the future. And I know they're polishing up that fire truck. Fill that thing up full of gas, and that's running around Brownsville 3 or 4 times.
Well, it's been a great pleasure for us to bring all the people of Kentucky, the 59th State High School Basketball Tournament. If you've enjoyed it, please let the stations and the sponsors in your area know about it. This game got off to quite a beginning. It was 18-17 Christian County after one quarter. At the half, a 35-31 Edmonson County lead. They built it up just a little bit after three periods, 49-41. And again, they win it by an incredible, truly incredible 22-point margin, 74-52. And as we looked at each other and said when it was over, Jock, who'd have thunk it?
You know, you and I are kind of anticlimactic here ourselves. We're all just emotionally whipped. And I tell you, I've learned to really respect your job, Denny. I've been scared to death for 4 days.
I'm just looking at the statistics here. The final stats just passed to us. Phil Rich, who had 20 points tonight and made the all-tournament team, according to the official stats, took 7 shots and made them all. For right now, on behalf of Jock Sutherland and our entire crew, this is Denny Treese thanking you for joining us on State Tournament Basketball 76.
Live from Freedom Hall in Louisville, the Kentucky High School Basketball Tournament was brought to you by the Ford Motor Company. The closer you look, the better we look.